Good morning, Mathletes and Filmmakers. It is Friday, September 2nd, November 2nd. For me, it's midterms weekend. So today, I want to talk about how not to study for exams. The first thing not to do, which is the thing that always kills me, is procrastinating. I am one of the worst procrastinators in the history of the world, which is not good come midterms time. Because right now in my head, I'm thinking, I only have 2 midterms. I have an entire weekend to do this. I have plenty of time. But when you take into account all the other things I have to do this weekend, I actually need to sit down and get some stuff done. I do not have enough time to waste to be out hanging with friends or watching cat videos on YouTube. And the thing is, for me, procrastination is a cycle. So I sit down and start studying, crack open my book, and think, you know, I don't know what any of these words mean. Let's take a break. So after wasting 2 hours, I come back, and guess what? I still don't know what any of those words mean. But by then I'm starting to feel the pressure, and I know that I have so many things to do, and not enough time to do them, that it just makes me want to procrastinate more. Which is not good, people. It's not good. Bad study habit number 2 that I have is watching TV while studying. I'm one of those people that always likes to multitask, and feel like I'm getting a lot of things done, and making an effective use of my time. So I never just sit down and watch TV. I'm usually either eating, doing a puzzle, answering emails, doing something instead of just staring at my computer screen for 45 minutes. And so when I sit down to study, I feel the need to put on some TV as background noise and know that it won't distract me too much. But that's just a lie. I will spend 90% of the time looking at the TV screen and 10% of the time reading my notes. It never turns out well for me. But you want to know what I really hate about exam week? It's that without fail, at least once, every time, I will hear someone say, "Oh, don't bother studying, let's learn by osmosis." And this is my biggest pet peeve. It makes no sense. So let's say I have a bowl that's divided into 2 halves. On each side is sugar water, but in different concentrations. Osmosis would be removing the water from the less concentrated side and putting it on the more concentrated side to make them equal. So learning by osmosis would be taking part of the textbook and putting it in yourself to make your knowledge of the thing equal. But I don't want parts of the textbooks, I want parts of the knowledge it contains. If anything, I'm learning by diffusion. That's when you would actually take the particles through the semi-permeable membrane. But even if I were to do this, I would be taking in only half of the knowledge that is in my textbook, at the same time giving it half of my knowledge. This process works both ways, people. So yes, while I may now be able to recite back to you half of the carbon cycle, I'm not going to remember the second half of my name to write it on my test. And how many points do you think my professor is going to give me for that? Think, people, think. And the worst part is, I've totally met people that actually think this is a valid solution. People actually crazy enough to think that if I sleep on top of my textbook, I will somehow retain all of that knowledge. If you actually think that you can learn by osmosis, then I would totally believe that your head is a semi-permeable membrane. Because obviously some stupid juice got through. Sorry that got a little ranty there. It just really upsets me. But that's it for me. I'm off to study. Just a reminder that Tuesday is an election day, and I don't care who you vote for, just make sure you vote. For all the mathletes, I'm Susan. For all the filmmakers, Kate will be back on Monday. Everyone else, wish me luck in my exams.